Good morning, families. Today in UPK, we're going to be talking about the water cycle. And I have a little song for us to sing today. This is the water cycle. This is the way the water flows around the planet, our planet Earth. And we're going to learn all of these words: evaporation, condensation, precipitation, and collection. We're going to learn what these mean, and we're going to make a nice memory board so we won't forget. Do we have to know these words and remember them? Well, we're learning them so that later on, when we have science in 3rd and 4th grade, we will know this. This will not be new to us, right? So let's practice today, but in a fun way. So I wrote down this wonderful song that I sent to your parents. I used cardboard paper, I made lines, and I took the words from the handout that I sent to your parents and I wrote them on a chart. So it's evaporation, evaporation, water disappears in the air. Condensation, condensation, clouds let us know water's there. Precipitation, precipitation, that's just another word for rain. Collection, collection, water's back on the earth again. And then I wrote cha-cha-cha. And I'm going to sing that to you when we're done. So let's get started on the chart. The first line says evaporation, water disappears in air. Well, there is water on the earth, but what do you think makes it disappear? What's that big ball of burning gas in the sky? The sun. The sun is a big ball of burning gas, and it shines on the earth. And when it shines on the earth, water disappears in air because it starts to sort of melt it. So I found these little pellets. You know how I am. I use what I have in my house. So I found these little styrofoam pellets. They're not blue like water, but sometimes when you look at the ocean or a river, the water looks green too, so I thought that would be fair. So let's just add some little dots of water using my imagination. Because when you use your imagination, you can do all things. Does it have to be perfect? No, because this is your chart so you can remember. This is your memory board for later. You can put it in your room, but whatever you want to put it, because it's yours. So you see the sun? I'm going to make a nice big bright sun with lots of rays. So what I did is I cut out construction paper into shapes. So you see I have my circle. Now I have my rectangle rays. My rectangle rays of the sun. Ta-da! There they are. See the rectangle rays? Just warming up the atmosphere and causing all kinds of change. And the water cycle is an important thing to learn because it's science. So right after we learned about plants, which was also science, guys, right? Now we're going to learn about the effect of water in the world and all the forms that water takes. That's another lesson that we're going to have. So, evaporation, evaporation, water disappears in the air. You see the water disappearing in the air? See that right there. Now it says condensation, clouds let us know water's there. Now we know clouds are little droplets of moisture in the atmosphere. And we know most of the time they're nice and fluffy and white. You see that's getting a little drippy there, right? It'll hurry up and get a cloud. Most of the time, they're nice and fluffy and white. But when they get full of the droplets, they start to change into a little angry gray cloud. You see the gray coming? And when they turn gray, what's going to happen, guys? Yep. We're getting ready to have a storm. Oop, I lost some clouds. That's okay. I put some more. Remember, when you do this at home, you'll be on a table, so nothing will slide off. Miss Elizabeth is just trying to show you on a board, so it's kind of hard for everything to stay there. But it's okay. Whenever I make a mistake, I just fix it later. It's not that serious. So now over here it says precipitation. Precipitation, that's just another word for rain. Where's the rain gonna come out of? The clouds. And here's some raindrops. And hopefully they don't fall on the floor. Here's the rain. There it goes. And it's coming out of the clouds. Sometimes it's not rain. Sometimes it's snow. Sometimes it's not snow. Sometimes it's hail. Any kind of precipitation that comes out of the cloud is going to make the ground wet, because the snow is going to melt and it's going to turn into water. And the rain comes down straight as water. And hail, even though it's big chunky pieces of solid ice, it still melts and turns right back into water. So the water cycle never stops. Now collection means the water's back on earth again. Oop, I lost another cloud, but like I said, that's okay. Don't worry about that. Things happen. You can't get yourself upset about that, because remember, Miss Elizabeth's working on a straight board. You're going to be doing this on a table. And it's okay to make mistakes anyway, because that's how we learn. So next time I know maybe not to use too wet a glue. It says water's back on the earth again. So here's the earth. Here's a nice mountain, right? And here's a lovely river. You see that? Do you see the cloud? Let go of the rain, and it flowed back to the river. And we read this story the other day when we were looking at 5 little raindrops falling from the sky. And remember, at the end, they showed you the water cycle. So the water cycle is precipitation. That's the water falling from the clouds and hitting the earth and flowing down into the streams and the rivers and the lakes and the creeks and the oceans and the seas. And then the super hot sun burns up all of the water, and it becomes a mist, and it floats back up into the cloud. And it stays in the cloud until the cloud gets too full, and then it rains, or it snows, or it sleets, or it hails. And that's the water cycle. Right, guys? So, let's sing our song. Let's practice it this way first. Evaporation, evaporation, water disappears in air. Condensation, condensation, clouds let us know water's there. Precipitation, precipitation, that's just another word for rain. Collection, collection, water's back on earth again. Cha-cha-cha. And to show you that the water's back on the earth again, let's just add some more droplets into the river so that you can see that's where the droplets started. Let's make some different colors so we can really see that effect. Do you see that? The water's back on the earth again. Cool. Now, I have some friends here. You could try this at home because it's nice and silly. Maracas. I love these guys. So let's sing with our maracas. Maracas, maracas. Evaporation, evaporation. Water disappears in air. Condensation, condensation. Clouds let us know water's there. Precipitation, precipitation, that's just another word for rain. Collection, collection, water's back on earth again. Cha-cha-cha. Alright guys, practice this at home. Show me what you come up with on class tag. I can't wait to see it. All right? Be well. Bye.